Where's your crown, King? Nothing. Yeah, King Nothing. Yeah, baby. Body cold, body soul, the heart is gold. Well, my youth at this bed. We survive, we survive. You waste your life away. Now you passive friend. Almost want you west. Almost things you says. Till our crashes down. You break your plan. You put your finger, but there's no one around. Just one more thing. Just a play okay. The castle's cold and you're left with just a name. Where's your crown, King Nothing? No, King Nothing. Say, where's your crown now?
This Metallica extravaganza is being brought to you by Triple J and Recovery. Here now to chat to the band, we have the Triple J metal expert, Mr. Costa Zulio.
Thanks, Dylan. How you going, guys?
We're good.
Welcome
All right, shut up. Shut up!
Lars is in charge.
Okay.
How did Unforgiven 2 come about? Considering it's your latest single out at the moment.
The song or the video?
The song.
Basically, it was just us wanting to try and do something we'd never done, which is continue a story. There was never like the first part of it wasn't complete or anything. It was just the music. When me and James were writing, it kind of reminded us of the first song, and we thought it would be kind of fun to try and just continue the story with the same characters. And that's pretty much what we did.
With Low Man's Lyric, that was the first time you actually had other musicians in the studio. What was that like?
There's been extra players on Metallica records before, different. Yeah, actually, the same guys. The same guys for the percussion, those kind of things. And there have been like symphony orchestras and so forth. But the hurdy-gurdy guy, that was something special. One guy that happened to be from San Francisco, and I guess James had the initial idea that to have more of a minstrel jam kind of vibe to it. And it's the only song on Reload that we actually sat all together in a room in a circle like this. With Lars had like a drum set with lots of tambourines and shakers and all kind of different stuff to hit. James had a guitar, like $35 Sears guitar, you know, and I had cheap bass, and Kirk had some other different kind of instrument to make a very different twangy kind of weirdness to it, you know, and everybody with that vibe sitting in a circle.
A couple of years down the track now from Load, and you're saying that you're saying that the fans are being more accepting. Do you think that's because you've brought a record out like Load and Reload?
Maybe.
I think what happens is that any time a band like us shake the foundations up a little bit, there's always a lot of people who are initially kind of unsure about what that really means in the long run. And I think what happened when Load came out, there were some people that seriously thought that we'd lost our minds. And then when we came and toured all over the place for a year and a half, and they could see that once we got up and played in front of them, that real strength of what Metallica always had been was still there, just updated or, you know, just going through another metamorphosis, but still was really there at heart. I think a lot of people really, found new respect for it, and I think that's continuously happening as we go and play.
While. That's the thing. It might have taken them a while for it to set in, but I think the respect is still there because of our taking chances, and people look to Metallica to do that kind of thing and always be breaking down, you know, new barriers and that kind of stuff. And that's, I mean, we look to us more than anybody else to do that same thing. So.
Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. All right. Woo!
We're going to throw open some questions into the crowd now to speak directly to the band. I'm looking for Brian. Oh, Brian. Brian is our competition winner. He's been following Metallica around everywhere, a little bit obsessive, perhaps.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Have you got a question for Metallica?
Yeah, I was just wondering, you haven't played Unforgiven 2 yet on the tour. I was just wondering why you haven't, seeing especially when it's the current, well, it was the first single released over here, and when should we be expecting to hear it?
Yeah, Lars, how come we're not playing that? Haven't figured out how to sing it yet.
We haven't really figured it out yet, to be honest. One of the only songs we've ever tackled live was on the Black Album tour that we weren't that comfortable playing, was the first Unforgiven, and it never really settled in properly. We tried playing Unforgiven 2 at a TV show in Las Vegas in December, and that wasn't our strongest moment. And
good way to put it.
So we might bring it out for the summer in America. At the same time, as you know, since you've seen us a bunch, is that we don't like to go out. Now we're touring Reload. We don't go out and play, you know, 90% of Reload. I really like to balance it with all the albums. So we're playing 3 or 4 songs from the new album, and maybe we'll play Unforgiven 2 next time we come down.
The Vic Comp runner-up. This is Stephen Norris. Well done, Stephen. Have you got a question?
Yes, I was just wondering, what is your favourite riff?
Riff?
Riff, man. One riff, you know, that just riff. That just each time you just go, just want to blow up. There's so many.
Probably the first one in No Remorse. Go and sing it.
That's a good
That one, yeah.
That one's cool. That one rocks. I like, I think the middle of Master of Puppets when it goes dun 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 dun.
You're in the face.
Where do you see the future of the metal heavy rock genre at the moment?
I think that there's a lot of, you know, with electronic music coming on and a lot of the fast beats and that, a lot of people have been drawn to that because of its energy and aggression and that kind of thing. But nothing will ever replace the 4 or 5 guys playing guitars really loud and that kind of stuff. So that's it's always going to be, no matter how far it goes underground before it rears its head again, you know, whatever, it's always going to be there underlying. Like, look at all these people here that are still way into that kind of music. It may not be the popular music that's being played on the radio or on the video or whatever, but it still lives, you know, in us and a lot of people, so it's always there.
Will you be really old guys rocking one day?
We already are old guys.
Speak for yourself.
How many more years can we expect Metallica to rock on?
Forever and ever.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that what's out of zone. Turn on, I see red. Dirty cats crack my head. Not too dark, don't make me dead. I see red. Running fast through back in the weeds. War horse, war head, but a man, my knuckle dead. Through black and red. Ooh, I burn. Fuel is pumping engines. Burning red. You see me in our burn. Turning my direction. It's my love in gasoline. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that what's out of sight. Turn on the iPhone. Swallow future, spit out hope. Burn your face upon the curb. Yeah. Take the cold out, join the press. At nights, another joke, you live too fast. Lives way too fast, fast, fast. Whoa. My blood, fuel is pumping engines. Burning red. See and our blood, turning my direction. It's like love with gasoline. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that what's out of sight. Yeah.
Yes, sir.